What is up guys, Ashbfc here bringing you a review. Yeah, I'm going to start doing some more reviews again this year, haven't done any in a while. I'm going to try and review as many games as I can this year, provided I can be arsed, which means I probably won't. But this time around though, I'm going to keep them short and simple, very straightforward and basic, just switch the camera on and just, give you my thoughts and opinions on the games for just a few minutes. Very straightforward, quick and painless hopefully, nothing special. But anyway, for this video I'm going to be reviewing Rambo the video game. Hence the bandana where it's supposed to be. It's not, I just look like, I like a twat, but I can live with that. So yeah, Rambo the video game, let's do it. Screw it. What? So Rambo the video game was the first new release I picked up this year, and it's most likely going to be one of the worst games I play this year because it's not good by any means. In fact, it kind of sucks really. I've not got a whole lot of praise to give this game, but that's to be expected. It's a movie license game, so if you're actually expecting this game to be good, you're mental. So the game takes place across the first 3 Rambo films, and it is a on-rail shooter. And by that I mean the game controls exactly where you move. The only thing you can control is where you aim and shoot. Other than that, the game moves you forward. It's all about shooting everything that appears on screen and getting high scores and getting points, and you get scored by the end of each level. Very much like seeing, the old arcade games back in the day, the classics like House of the Dead, Virtual Cop, Time Crisis, Star Wars Arcade Trilogy, all those great games in the arcades that you put in a bit of change and you play with a light gun, and they were a blast. On a console or a PC, without a light gun, they just really don't work, and they're just not really much fun. And fun is something you're really going to struggle to find in this game. So like I said, it's all about shooting everything that appears on the screen and getting high scores. You get points for headshots and street kills and hitting explosives, things like that, and you can unlock, increase your abilities by unlocking skill points. Like you can increase the amount of damage you can take, increase the amount of damage you can do with certain weapons, and increase your wrath mode, which is an ability that slows the game down so you can find it easy to shoot things. All those sort of stuff, very typical of arcade games you saw in the past. So the areas and the events in the game, they're all taken straight from the films, like starting off in the police station, into the forest chased by cops, onto Vietnam, all the things that happened in the films. The controls I found very frustrating. I just don't think it worked very well with the analog sticks. I had a really hard time trying to aim. I thought the lock-on system was kind of broken and just made it frustrating. I thought the difficulty was kind of cheap because it likes to overwhelm you with all sorts of enemies on the screen, like a goddamn flamethrower and a heavy machine gunner and other guys all over the place. And there is a cover system. If there's an arrow pointing to the left, right or down, you can take cover in those places, but it often doesn't really do much for you because you're going to have to sort of try and play the whole pop and shoot game, like jump down and then shoot, pop down, shoot, because you get overwhelmed and you take damage really quick and everything hits you. But it likes to be cheap, because when you're taking cover because you don't want to get set on fire by a flamethrower, they got to have a guy stood behind a rock chucking grenades at you, and there's nothing you can damn do. And I found myself dying again and again and again because of these bastard grenades. And if you watch my Let's Play, which is something I wish I would have never have started, I was getting infuriated by these things because it's kind of almost how I died every time. It was so annoying and it just came off as cheap. And I don't like, games when they're hard because they're cheap. Although part of it was because I sucked, but for the most part, it's just kind of difficult because of the control, because of the broken lock-on system, and because of the goddamn grenadiers. Graphically, it's very underwhelming. It looks like shit. For the most part, it looks like a PlayStation 2 game. Some very ugly textures and character models. Rambo's face is horrendous and will give you nightmares. The cutscenes look awful, and it sounds terrible. They have literally just taken the audio from the films, cut them, and pasted them into the games, and they sound absolute garbage. They sound awful. The cutscenes serve no purpose in this game. They just bring it down. There was no need for them whatsoever. Another thing that brings this game down is the goddamn QuickTime events. Yay, another game to feature these bastard QuickTime events. I hate these things now because so many games have them. They don't bring anything to a game. Press that, press that, press that, tap that quick, press that, press that. It's just, to me, that's not fun. I mean, they were fun years ago on Shenmue when they first sort of appeared because it was kind of new back then, but now I'm freaking tired of these things. In fact, there's an entire mission in this game that's just a quick time event. Press A, press B, press Y, press B, press A again, tap Y, mission finished. It's like, are you kidding me? And there are some stealth sections. Some of it is with using your bow, which is marginally fun, but the other part is with the knife, and yes, it's a quick time fest, so it's not much fun. And of course, being an on-rail shooter, it's very short, like most of them are. I recorded my entire Let's Play of this thing in one sitting, which was about just over 3 hours. I mean, it did feel like a lifetime, to be honest, but still, 3 hours. Really not worth your money. I mean, I sucked at the game, so I'm sure people can do it a lot quicker. So yeah, you don't get your money's worth. It's over in a freaking flash, and that's kind of a good thing, to be honest. But still, you know, it would have been much better suited to PlayStation Network or Live Arcade, you know, as an arcade game, not a full release. But better yet, in the actual arcades with a light gun. I mean, they just, like I said, they just don't work, you know, on a console or a PC without a light gun. They just don't. They're not fun. You know, and once again, it's another case of a movie license game that had potential to be awesome, but they just completely fucked it up. I mean, on-rail shooter didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. It would have been much better suited to, you know, a third-person game, but they went with the on-rail shooter, and it just doesn't work. And overall, the game is just, it's kind of frustrating, it's boring, it's repetitive, it doesn't look very nice, it doesn't sound very nice, it's brought down by stupid, dumb quick-time events, and it's just, you know, it's a typical movie game, is what it is. It's just a typical movie game. Movie licensed shit. Now, I'll be honest, it's not the worst movie game I ever played. I've played a lot worse, and it's not as bad as some of the worst games we saw last year, you know, like Aliens Cloning Marines, Ride to Hell Retribution, Jesus Christ, you know, Dark, but it's by no means a good game whatsoever. And yeah, it's overall, it's a pretty bad game. I can't recommend it. It's not worth your money. There's so much better games out there that are worth your money. So yeah, even, you know, the most hardcore Rambo fans, I don't think will enjoy this game that much. So yeah, like I said, it just belongs in an arcade, not on consoles and PC. So yeah, not a good game. So there you go, that's my shitty review on Rambo the video game. Feel free to let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next review. Adrian! Oh, wrong film. Fuck.